Yay! Ho ho ho!
Mic check, 1, 2. Type sound is on if you hear my voice. What is up, gang? It is I, Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro.
Yay!
And we are going live. It's going to be a party tonight. I've been promising to go live for a long time. And finally, here we are. We are live tonight.
Yay!
And we're going to look at this market, look at a lot of charts, and determine where we are in the phase of this new bull market. Okay, so I'm going to turn down the music just a little bit and I'll just let that roll. Let me know how the level of sound is. If you can hear me, and if you can see me, and if everything is balanced out as it should be, and then we're going to jump straight on in to the charts.
Yay!
All right, let's see here. I'm going to flip this screen and pull up Trading View. So here we go. We're going to minimize me. Whoops. Let's get rid of the splash screen. There we are. Okay. Now let's flip on over and get the Trading View chart pulled up. I'm going to start out with BTC. There it is on the 1 day chart. We are pumping like crazy. All right. Let me turn this music down just a little bit. I like the background music, and I might be flipping up some new tracks. This is part of the music that I have to pay a big price for so we can have good entertainment for your entertainment pleasure. So, with that being said, let's start right on out here with the big boy Bitcoin. And I'm going to be checking in back and forth on the comments every few minutes because I don't know how to pull it up on my OBS yet, because I'm just learning, you guys. I'm just getting the hang of this. So I'll get better as time goes on. And in today's live stream, I will be taking requests for TA. And then I'm going to show you something that I found, because it looks to me like we're not in the bull market yet. We're in the overall bull market. I think we turned the corner, but I think we got a dump coming up pretty soon. And once I show you what I see on the 1 week charts, you're going to see that. So we're going to start out with that, and then we're going to look at individual charts, talk about projects that are pumping, and we're going to take your requests.
Yay!
Okay, so let me just jump over here and see if we got any comments. If I can figure out how to do this right. There's my live stream. Okay, so I'm going to be talking everything. Bitcoin, altcoins, and I will take your VV questions too, because I got a little insight on that. We can definitely do VV too. Lots of things happening with the VV market. So let's jump back on over to Bitcoin. And let's see here. We've got 13 concurrent viewers. Hey, hit the like button now so that people will know that we are on. Oh my gosh, we got Dr. Strange. Dr. Strange is in the house.
Yay!
Yes, sir. Give it up for Doc, my dog. And we also got my homie from the dirty South. We got JT in the house.
Yay!
And so JT and Doc are going to be handling any trolls. Dr. Strange, I am clicking you up. You are moderating. You and JT are going to be moderating the channel. So if there's anybody that jumps in here talking trash or anything like that, I want you to throw them out on their head. All right. So my boys are here. We got South 97 North is in the house.
Yay!
What up, South 97? Rolling with my dog, Roland Curtis.
Yay!
Is in the house. We got Sal Zeke. We got Ice IV 54. You got ice in your IV? You got ice up in the IV. Okay. So jumping onto the Bitcoin chart, let me show you what's up here. So of course we're pumping like a madman right now. You see this pump? And we have approached this green line. This is a critical line here where there's not much volume above it on the VPVR, volume profile visible range. We're flying high above the black dash line. Once we failed it here, I thought we had some trouble, but we came up above it and then pump away we went. So that's the 1 week chart. It looks like we are crossing over here on the MACD. It's trying to maybe cross back up and pump a little bit more, but it may roll over. And then the stochastic is kind of falling down. So I expect this to come down. We had this nice activity where it stayed stuck for quite a while here throughout this peak. And now we have a divergence. So you saw price going up, stochastic moving down. That could be bullish and it could also be bearish. It could be bullish because price refuses to go down. And if this stochastic flips, we're going to keep on pumping up to 40,000. But if this stochastic continues down, we're going to correct. And we see that the blue line, the fast line, is falling away a little bit from the orange line, which is the slow line. But let me look at this 1 week chart, and then I'm going to show you how the alts don't agree with this 1 week chart. And it could mean that Bitcoin could wreck the alts. But right now, let's just keep it simple, guys. Do you see this? We come up, we bounce around, we consolidate, and boom, there's that big pump right to this huge volume node right here. And notice how we didn't make it above that green line closing on a weekly candle. Also, take note of the stochastic. First, we're down here at the bottom, and then we shoot to the top. It comes down, we pump up again. It didn't want to stay down. And then we start to fall with the price. We pump up again. And then the stochastic goes all the way down here to the 20 line. But notice how price stayed right here, parallel with the previous bottom. And then all of a sudden we went on that rip. And so we go straight up. Now we're into the oversold zone above the 80 line. You see that little hook on that blue line there? That says that the fast line wants to come over and cross over the orange line. And if that happens, we could cycle down. That's why I'm thinking we got a correction probably about to happen pretty soon here, because we usually don't pump straight up for much longer after the rise that we see here. Let's get a percentage. Let's get a percentage here. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to jump up, and it's going to tell us that we went up 50% in this last little run. Now, during the bull market, you just go up and you continue to go up. We can have huge jumps, like 100% right there. Little correction, and you keep on pumping. But before the big party gets started, you usually will correct, and we could come back down to retest the black dash line or more. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see what happens and look at the positioning of the stochastic once it goes all the way down below the 20 line. So this smells like a correction, if you know what I mean. I kind of don't trust that we're going to hang on, especially now that we see the wick above this weekly candle. So if we close this candle and there's still a wick, we're probably going to roll over and the market may cool off. I've got a theory. I think that the ETF news, I think the ETF is already priced into the market. And once we get the news that it's approved, I think a bunch of smart people are going to sell into the frenzy because it will provide lots of liquidity, and then we'll correct. Because the smart people, they buy on the rumor and sell on the news, while everybody else jumps in head first as soon as the news hits. All right, let's jump over here and check the comments real quick. All righty. That's Bitcoin. Now let's look at the positioning of some of these alts, which is interesting. First, look at the DXY, the Dixie. It looks like it's kind of coming down, but it might test this support resistance zone. And if it bounces off of this zone and goes up, look for a correction, because the DXY could go on another bullish romp. So that's the positioning of the DXY. Now the DJI, Dow Jones Industrial, it just won't come down. But now look at this. We're right above the 50 EMA line, and the stochastic is coming from the bottom. It's just surging, man. I don't know what's going to slow down this economy. But since we're printing all this money for the bombs for the Ukraine, those defense contractor stocks are going to keep shooting to the moon, and the Dow could benefit from that. All right, XRP. Notice how XRP, the price, is lower than the previous run that occurred on the news of the lawsuit from the SEC. Notice how the stochastic has risen up considerably, but price has not. That kind of tells me that we're going to probably continue to sideband. It could correct and come back down to this 200 EMA. Doesn't look like the bull run to me. How about Ethereum sitting at 2,109? Wow, 21,000. All right. Notice that we are just about to poke our heads into oversold zone. The fast line is already above the 80 line. Well, what's price doing? Look at the price here. Look at the price back here. Notice something. Let's just put a line on here. How about a nice little line? We'll draw a line from this previous high point to where we are now. And if this stochastic makes it all the way up and we don't fly above that line, it's correction time. The point of control price is down here at 1575. And if we're already up here into the overbought zone, and we peak out here and it doesn't decide to stay up there. I mean, it could jump up, come down, and stay up there again. That's possible. However, I don't know if we're going to stay up there or if we correct a little bit and come back down to this point of control price before we kind of sail off into blue skies. In my opinion, the bull market, the true bull market or bull run, we might be in a bull market. I think the bull run is going to be in 2025. We might be a little premature. So Ethereum tends to agree that we're jumping off to the races prematurely. Let's look at Litecoin. Litecoin has not really crawled too far up on the stochastic, but again, Litecoin is not performing well. We're sitting here at a price of $74, okay, and we're well below this previous peak. The overall trend is still down. And after all of this surge up here with the stochastic pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, it's not pushing price up. And we need to see it rise above this 200 EMA. The one good thing about Litecoin is that you can see that we have broken this red line. This downtrend here represents the overall downtrend since 2021, since the market peak. And if this line is correct, and it might not be, I think that we have broken through that. Actually, I need to correct this line. I need to bring this down to that peak right there. Now, we can bring this line up here to that current peak, and we've still just barely poked through it. So that's positive, but it's not saying that we can't continue to sideband. Let's look at Link. Chainlink is on a tear, and Chainlink tends to agree with Bitcoin. We had the big breakout. I should have bought some down here at $5, $6, and it just went bananas. Did a 3X, peaked out above 15. And look at the stochastic. Do you see that blue line with that sharp turn? It says that we might correct, and if we do, it could come down to this 200 EMA, or it could come down to the 50 EMA. Worst case scenario, it could come all the way back down to the point of control price. It's on the 1 week chart. And so looking ahead, we've got all this time here where we could consolidate before we ramp into 2025. Now, Caspa, this is not a good example because Caspa is just going bananas. And if you're not familiar with Caspa, well, I feel sorry for you. So if you haven't gotten the memo about Caspa, you better start to learn and start watching some of my videos. So this one is an absolute breakout. It's going vertical, and the sky's the limit for Caspa. Matic. Matic is looking like Litecoin, where we've had this overall downward trend, and we've poked through the trend. But look at the return on investment for the price. Look at the peak. Here's the peak of the stochastic. Look at the next peak. Lower high. Look at the next peak. Higher high, but less than this market cycle peak. And now the fast line is just breaking over the 80 line. We're entering overbought territory. But look at this feeble price. It only is barely making it up to the point of control price. 90 cents is the control price. We might pump to 90 cents at, by the time we get to that point, it's probably going to correct. And then we'll see where it goes from there. So that's agreeing with the fact that this is not the all-out bull run yet. Solana, same thing. We got a crossover impending, but I think Solana is setting you up right now. I think Solana is a big setup for the suckers. I think you guys are going to get sucker punched. Why? Because the Solana that is being held by the courts for scam bank run fraud, the FTX Solana coins are probably going to be sold. So they're going to be liquidating about $3 billion in assets from FTX, and a lot of that is Solana. And I think that they had their big convention and they've run this price up because they know that a lot of this is going to get sent out to market, and they're going to take a hit for that, and it's going to correct. Once it does correct, I might buy one or two just to stick it in the moon bag. But for right now, it looks like this is in agreement with everything else on the 1 week. The correction is coming forth. AGIX, not much news here. This is Singularity.net, one of the big AI tokens. And this is absolutely telling me that a correction is coming because we've soared way up. We've got the fast line all the way up in overbought territory, and we're on a red candle just above the 50 EMA. Definite lower high considering the run that it went on earlier in the year. Okay, moving right along. I want to look at KDA, which I was so bullish on KDA before, and there's nothing to see here. We've got the stochastic way up high, price languishing low. It ain't going anywhere. We should see a higher high. I should have sold this bag way back here when it hit 25, 28 bucks. I had like 225 coins and I held on to it, thinking that it was off to the moon, not realizing that the bull run was over. Flux, which is another one, a lot more respect for Flux than KDA. KDA supposedly has solved the Bitcoin or the blockchain trilemma, but not so much. It's not like Caspa. Do your research on that. I think Caspa is the only project that is proof of work that has solved the blockchain trilemma. So Flux, we're flying high on the stochastic. Price isn't moving. It's not getting up off of that point of control. Okay, looking at Telcoin, which has done an enormous move. I should have held on to mine because it's up way, way high. It was down somewhere around 0.0004, and it's sitting at 0.0026. That's like what, a 5, 6x, 7x. But look where the stochastic is. We're already in the overbought territory, and comparing to where Telcoin has come before, we're going to correct. This is not it. We're going to have to see a complete cycle down before this real run starts, and then I'm going to load up and grab me plenty of it. Now, OMI is looking disgusting for you VV fans. Of course, I've got a bag, 1.5 million OMI, and this thing has underperformed. The stochastic is looking like it's depressed. We haven't even gotten down into the oversold zone, and we're printing red candles on the histogram, along with the MACD looking very weak, about to cross over bearish. So I am unimpressed and not thinking very highly. And my hope and prayer is that it just makes some kind of a run where I could at least get my money back out of it. But I bought into OMI with 100% gains. Now, let me check comments before I jump over into the dark horse plays that I have. Let's see here. Roland says, what did you think about VV blocking and unblocking Cavell Anderson, OG Vault, calling him a scam, and the thoughts of the current state, future state of VV? I thought that was pretty weak on the VV team. Come on, guys. Have some thick skin. They deserve all the ridicule because they just make stupid decisions. They make dumb moves. And I don't have any sympathy for the VV team. And y'all know why. Dr. Strange knows why. Until I get my cheap plastic blue light up VV sign, they ain't getting no respect from me. Where's my sign, VV team? I want my cheap plastic garbage VV sign. Okay, what else do we have here? A bull jog. Yeah, Doc says this is a bull jog. I would agree. Hey, we got Simon in the house. That is my homeboy Simon.
Yay!
From my hometown. Simon is a long-term friend of mine. Simon, I'm also gonna go ahead and add you as a moderator because you are on the original team. He has given me a lot of great picks. SDAO is AGIX cousin. I will look into that. Oh my gosh, OG Vault is, wait a minute, is this the real OG Vault?
Yay!
Hey, okay, we got OG Vault in the house. Yeah, that's my homeboy Chris. I appreciate you being here. Chris, help me out if we ever get trolls in the future. You can help me out. We don't have trolls yet because I'm not that big as of yet. Oh my goodness, we have a super thanks up on the board, South North, with the super thanks of $5.
Yay!
Thank you very much, South 97 North. I appreciate that for helping me pay these expenses because they killing me. A0 solves a trilemma. Okay, I did not know that. And then we have AP13, API3, and IMX. IMX I'm a big fan of, and I need to buy some. I'm also a fan of A0. I need to take a look at that chart. I'll pull that up in a minute. Okay, let's jump back to the charts and look at Shiba Inu, which is kind of not performing. We're coming up on the stochastic, but we're not getting much of a bump on price. SHIB is not complete garbage. I think it's kind of had its time. You got the Shibarium that they're working on, and I don't know, it might be good for a quick little flip, but I'm not too bullish on it. One thing that is more impressive than SHIB is the graph. And the graph is soaring on the stochastic, but we're not getting a big price bump. I did buy and sell this. I have swing traded the graph. I think I sold out during the previous bull run above $1. I was going to load up before. I did load up at 5 cents, but I sold at 12 cents. And of course, it went up a lot higher than that on that last run. I think it was eclipsing like a quarter, but thank goodness it's come back down. And I think it's going to correct again, at which point I will buy back in. Block is another little long shot, and it's sitting in the trash. This is one that I think Crypto Wendio was shilling, along with a bunch of other shameless YouTubers that get paid to promote crap. It's flying high here on the stochastic, and it's not doing anything price-wise. Neat little project. It might have a little bit of a future, though, so we'll keep our eye on that. Gala Games, which is in the midst of a lawsuit. Stochastic is moving up high, but it's only sitting at 2.4 cents. It's probably going to come back down. Now, let's move on to my research list. I have a group on Telegram called the Research Group, and it's a very focused group. I don't let people post crap and have off-topic conversations in there because we try to stay on topic, which is finding small cap gems using the specific methodology that I wrote. And you can come and join that group if you want. You can join my general Crypto Pro group on Telegram, and then we can give you the link to the research group. And so I have a methodology that we use, and the exchanges that we are using now to dig up these hidden gems would be MEXC and KuCoin. And now you have to use MEXC and KuCoin with your VPN, because Gary Grimsler and the SEC and the United States government is trying to take away every tool that we have at our disposal to try to get a leg up during this next bull run. Now, my dark horse play is POLX Polylastic. Look where it started, and it's just way, way down. I've got 7 million of this. This is not financial advice, by the way. But I was up. I kept buying down here in the dog days. And I think the value of my bag was somewhere around $150, and it surged to like $500-600 on a pump that happened earlier this year, and it came back down. So I started consolidating more. But Polyelastic, it's survived. I don't know if it will survive, but they've got a neat little project. You can check out their website, and they are piecing together. It's kind of like buying groups of projects, and then you can purchase a share of it. I can't think of what you call that off the top of my head, but this is a dark horse where I'm thinking it could be like a 100x during the bull run. SwiftC, let's look at Swift, which has an awesome app. I've been a holder of Swift for a long time. Stochastic is coming up. It's still languishing down low, and it is on Coinbase, which says a lot. And it does have active developers. So SwiftC is one that I look for possibly, a 50x return. Who knows? Who knows? But it agrees with everything else where this is not the real run. Let's look at Well. This is one that Simon gave me. Man, this is looking good because look at the position of the stochastic. We have a crossover, but it's still in oversold territory. And I'm thinking if it makes it up to the 50 EMA, it might be off to the races. So this one might not be a 50 or 100x. You might make a 2x or a 3x. And I could play this stochastic bottom on a swing trade and then turn around, unload, and use those gains and buy something else. How about Elon for you meme coiners? Elon is crossing over here. It's going to come back down, and it might be something to get a 5x or something like that. If we look at percentage gain, if we start down here, if we come up to that previous high, you're looking at what? The possibility of a 2,200% return. Okay, so that's a nice little meme that I'm looking at. Another dark horse is ACH. ACH is soaring on the stochastic, but we're not getting a big gain on the price. ACH is one that I held and I sold it before I got hacked on MetaMask. But if we can just get to the last bull run, you're looking at the possibility of a 1,755% gain on ACH. Velo is looking good. And it's positioned right now where I'm thinking I might go ahead and get a bag now because we're at 0.003. Look at the stochastic. This is one that you could get a nice little gain here. Let's check out the percent gain. If we go from here to the last bull run peak, we're looking at 3,956%, man. That would be some nice gains. I could add that to my bag.
Yay!
I don't know about you, but I'm looking to make some money here. What else do we have? We looked at Gala, GFall. I should have bought this. This one's already off to the races. It's kind of like this is games for a living. I think that the Web3 games and the AI stuff, Web3 games, as JT was telling me earlier, it could be the real deal this year. So we're going to have to keep a watch of this. What's the fella's name? Crypto Galaxy. I watch his stuff. He's pretty entertaining. He bought into Caspa after I did. I actually bought into Caspa the first time at 0.0015. I was very early on. I think Crypto Galaxy jumped in at 0.005. And so he talks about Caspa all the time. He's very bullish on Caspa and pretty entertaining young man. He makes me laugh. I like his live streams, and he tends to pick really good projects and gives me a good point of view from the younger perspective of people that are into Web3 games and different things. So I like watching his live streams. Shout out to Crypto Galaxy.
Yay!
He the man. Let's jump over to comments real quick so I can get some suggestions here. Let me catch up. Okay, so yes, sir. OG Vault up in the house. All right. Roland says, I forgot about the VV sign. Yeah, man, they still get the gas face for not sending me that sign. They get no respect from me, no respect at all. And back in the day, when I had asked them to have a representative come on and let me interview them, they told me that they were too busy. And then a bunch of other people started having VVT members pop up on their channels. Now, I was the one that had the original Club Banger VV video that had 45,000 views. You can go back and see it. To this day, it is still there. I was one of the first people to break VV before everything went bananas. But you guys get the gas face. Got to blow them up a little bit for not giving me the time of day when I asked them to come on the channel. Okay, so IMX is low risk, high cap game structure. Okay, let's look at the IMX token real quick. We'll check that chart. IMX, and then I'm going to look at Caspa, what it's doing, just so y'all can see what's happening with that project. So here we go, IMX. All right, so it looks like everything else. Okay, sitting at approximately 90 cents. Stochastic is peaking, but it's probably going to round off. But we have a previous high of $4, and I don't think they're going anywhere. It's a solid project. It's going to be around for a while, so that might be a good one. I'll have to keep my eye on IMX. I do like it. We got Missy in the house. Just found your channel, fam, via Dr. Strange. Well,
Yay!
If you are fam of Dr. Strange, you are fam of the Crypto Pro channel.
Yay!
Okay, I'm glad to have you here. OG Vault says, no, Doc, sounds interesting. All right. Yeah, IMX being involved with, I guess it's what, Polygon? Is that a Polygon chain? And being involved in a lot of NFTs. Once the NFT market comes back, I think they'll do very well. Okay, let me scroll on down here. Remind me again if there's a project that you want me to look at. Rumors on CT that QUBIC is the next Caspa. Oh, all right, QUBIC. Let me see if I can get a chart on that. QUBIC. QUBIC. All right. It's on Pancake Swap right now. It doesn't look like anybody's got a chart here. This is very early on. Let's see what this is looking like. Whoa, good Lord. Man, okay. Simon, keep me posted on that. Let's put that on the list. One thing Simon is good at is finding stuff before they get listed where you can buy them in terms of, say, USDT, USDC. I tend to wait until they get on Mexi, on KuCoin, on the formerly known as Hotbit. Me and JT used to pound Hotbit. We made so much money on Hotbit during the last bull run. It ain't funny, but Hotbit went under. They went belly up. But at any rate, Simon is good at finding stuff before they get listed on the big exchanges. So Simon, send me a text tomorrow. Keep me posted on that and tell me more about that project because I want to know, and then maybe we'll get some discussion on that in the research group. All right, so he says safe trade is the first one. We got Malice in the house. Thank you, Malice, for calling me Sunshine. I appreciate that. Rose. Okay, Oasis Protocol. I do know about Rose. Let me pull up the Rose chart. I had Rose. I swing traded Rose. Let me pull that up. Let's get a chart. Rose on Binance via Tether. Oh, man. So it agrees with everything else. We got this previous high of 50 cents, and it is sitting at approximately 6 cents. So once we have a correction, I'll probably be looking at Rose. I should have had it down here at 4 cents. Well, it's, not too far off of the bottom. I could start accumulating that right now. That's not bad. Okay, that's a good call. You need to get into the group. Malice, are you in the Telegram group? If you're not, please get in the Telegram group and remind me to keep my eyes on Rose because I'm going to forget. I need to remember that. TAO is an AI coin that is going crazy. All right, well, let me pull it up and see what it's all about. TAO. Tau. TAO. Bitensor? Okay, wait a minute. There's one called Tau on USDT MEXC, and there's another one on BitGet that is TAO. Which one is it? Well, let's look at both. One is at $127. That's probably not the right one. TAO. Let's look at that first one on Bitensor. Maybe that's it. Well, it looks like that kite has flown. I missed the boat. I missed the boat on that one. If that's the case, MEXC, that's the one. Okay. Yeah, it is completely going bananas. We want to find another AI coin that has not sailed to the moon yet. So Mala says BNC NXRA will be $5. BNC, let me pull it up. BNC US dollar on Kraken. So it's 27 cents, previous high of $5. Not bad. Okay, you need to keep me posted on BNC for sure. Let me jump over and get that other one. And you were talking about NXRA. Let's look at NXRA. NXRA. Bitfinex US dollar. And that one is kind of jumping up and around. It's at 9.7 cents. Not a lot of history on this chart. So I can't determine much off of that other than that it'll probably correct and come down maybe towards 5 cents before it sends off to the moon again. All right, moving right along. Roland says, what is the best exchange you use for people in the USA? Well, Coinbase, of course. Kraken, of course. Those are approved to use in the USA. But for these dark horses and for the small cap gems, you're going to have to get a VPN and jump on MEXC and KuCoin, because a lot of projects are listed on those two exchanges that have not yet come to Kraken or Coinbase. Is it true that Moonbeam and GLMR is not available to U.S. buyers? I don't think so. Let me pull up the GLMR. Simon was talking about Moonbeam some time ago. Okay, so it is at 27 cents. When it came out the box, it was way up here at $50. I feel sorry for the suckers who bought on that initial pump, even for the ones at $10, and it jumps all the way down to 27 cents. I feel sorry for you. Holy smokes. But if you buy it now and then rock it back all the way up to, say, the next high point, that would be pretty nice. So I'm going to keep that one on my list. KSM, you know what? South 97 North KSM. I was looking at that chart thinking maybe I'd have a second chance at it because Simon found KSM. He was telling me about KSM when it was $5. I wish I would have bought it. And now it's sitting at somewhere around $25. Yeah, Simon had this one picked way before. And it looks like we got a stochastic peak. It's going to correct some. Maybe it could come back towards $20, but right now is a good time to grab some Kusama because Kusama is a rock solid project and it ain't going nowhere. It's going to be something. I sound like George. George always, crypto, what's his name? Cryptos are awesome. George is always saying, yeah, it's going to be something else. It's really going to be big. I watch Cryptos R Us, but I swear to God, some of the stuff he says is just ridiculous. Kind of crazy. I like to talk about the cringe crypto content creators on YouTube. There's a lot of cringe content on YouTube right now for crypto. And I've found these days there's not a lot of people I can listen to without just having to turn it off. And there's so many people out there taking money to promote projects. You can't trust anybody. You can't trust anyone. Hopefully I can fulfill that role and be able to have a group where we can talk and promote stuff and share ideas. And then I will make my way by just doing TA for you and accepting super thanks and super chats to help me pay for producing the channel. And right now, the cost, I'm spending about $100 to $150 a month for the channel, and I don't do enough videos to justify that. And we won't talk about my internet costs, but I do have like 500 megabit Mbps, megabits per second internet service so I can live stream and have a good stream for you. I pay $380 a month for my internet and cable TV. It kind of hurts, so that's why I'm constantly begging for money. But hopefully I can earn your support and give you quality content for your money. I'm glad to work for you. Right now we have 18 concurrent viewers. We've been on for a little while. We got an average duration of people watching of 9 minutes and 48 seconds. You guys need to stay on. You need to watch. We got 12 likes, which was good, but please pop a like in if you have not done so already. Hit the like button right now so other people will know. Okay, Sherry says Hive. Let's see. Let me jump on Hive. Let's type in Hive and take a look at that chart. We'll look at the KuCoin Hive chart, and it's sitting at 2 cents right now. It looks like a stochastic crossover, like it's going to move up again. Might not be the big move. On the 1 week chart, we can see a lot more. The Hive has come from some major highs here. Good Lord. It was somewhere around, what, 75 cents at the last peak? So we're sitting at 2 cents. If we just roll this sucker up to the previous bull market peak, let's see. We're looking at a potential gain of, if I can get this thing to work. Come on, where's my little clicker? Let's try this again. Here we go. It looks like we could have, somewhere around a 2,400% gain. I like that. That's a good chart. That's not bad at all. Good call. I like that. Let's see. What else do we have here? SGB. All right, let me pull up SGB. South 97 North. South 97 North up in the house. It sounds like that could be like a Dirty South rap name. South 97 North is in the house.
Yay!
Rap name. That's your rap name. All right, let me pull up SGB. Okay, let's check out the Kraken chart. Wow. Okay. 0.004. Dude, where did you find this? I like this. And hey, South 97 North, are you in the Telegram group? Please let me know. And if you're not, you need to be in it. Please download Telegram and get in the group. If this sucker makes it back to its previous high, we're talking 2,700% gain or more. Not bad. Stochastic looks like it's on a wave up. It might come down again before it ramps off. Somebody needs to remind me about that. Come back in the Telegram group and keep me posted on that particular play. Would you please? SGB needs to be on the list. Jay is late to the show. What is the sentiment? Bullish or bearish? Bullish overall, but I think we're going to have a correction coming soon. So watch the replay and you'll see all the big charts where I look at the 1 week chart and show you where I think we're going to have a correction before we sail off to the moon. Because I think the bull run of the bull market is going to be sometime in January or February. All right. Malice says you really need to dig deep into small coins like PLOX. Hey, I'm already on PLOX.
Yay!
POLX is my dark horse play.
Woo!
Okay. I already got that one in there. Glad to hear someone else knows about it. KDA, I'm already on KDA.
Yay!
I've got a bag of KDA, and I also own a KDA miner. I've got a miner, and Caspa, I'm already on it. Okay, let me just talk about Caspa for a minute. Malice knows that I'm a Caspa bull, and I was one of the first ones to jump on Caspa back when everyone was in denial. I already had it. I bought Caspa back here. Do you see all these little dots? I bought it before it was even on TradingView. Okay? My first bag of Caspa was at 0.0015, and I kept buying and selling and swing trading it. And I had sold that at 0.004. And then I said, okay, no more fooling around because it wouldn't go down. And I thought, okay, it's time to just get this bag and keep it. But here's the points. You can see where I bought and sold Caspa many times throughout here. Had like 66,000 and sold it for a nice gain. And then I thought, no more playing. I'm in it for the long haul. And I took all the gains plus extra money, and I got $400 worth of Caspa at 0.004. And that gave me 100,000 plus change. I've got 102,000 Caspa. Since then, Caspa is looking like the most rock solid. Look at the look at the pump. It just goes vertical. Let's jump to the 1 day chart. This is mind blowing. Okay, mind blowing. So we got to scroll all the way back Here's where I had sold the last time, and then I bought at 0.004 and said, no more playing, stop playing, sit on this thing for the long haul. And I watched it go through all of these progressions. It went on this run to 0.04. I was at 10x at that point, and then it corrected, and I had considered buying more at 0.013, and I didn't. I should have doubled down and got another 100,000 while I had a chance, and it went on to another tear. And then I had my head on straight, and I said, it's going to correct down to 0.024, and it didn't make it down there. So I was like, oh, well, I'm just in for the ride at this point. And then we hit this new zone that I have here. This is the new support resistance zone. And I'm thinking that we will see this as support if we ever come down off of this moonshot here. It went vertical. I tell you what, you see this blue line here? It might correct to that blue line. 6 cents, 7 cents, maybe. And if anything, if we're lucky, this will be the new support resistance zone. At worst case scenario, it'll hit this lower one down here at 5 cents. And I don't know. I don't know if it's going to make it back down to that point because Caspa is too solid of a project. It solves the Bitcoin trilemma. It was community launched, okay? It's super, super fast. It's very, very early on. We haven't been listed on the major exchanges yet. Like it has yet to be listed on Binance and on Coinbase and on Kraken. And when that happens, they're going to buy boatloads of Caspa in order to provide liquidity. The volume is super high. Let me just show you the volume of Caspa right now on CoinGecko. Caspa, here we go. Let's check the 24-hour volume. Good Lord. Oh my God. 152 million. $152 million for Caspa. My gosh, that's an amazing amount of volume. Okay, this is ridiculous. So we've got a max supply at 28 million, total supply is at 21. That's not bad. So they could put another 7 million out there in the circulating supply to support the project. And at the rate we're going, it looks like the buying pressure will soak up anything that they add into that circulating supply. And I don't know when or if they're going to add into that supply. I'll have to ask my experts. I've got a friend who is in the Crypto Pro Telegram group who lives in Israel, and he keeps me posted on all the developments that are going on. He is a personal friend of the man. Okay, he is a personal friend of the individual who brought Caspa to fruition. And I have spoken to him. I've spoken to Shai. I have spoken to Yonatan Sampolinsky in person. I tried to get Yonatan to come on the channel, but he's pretty busy and he turned me down. But Shai has offered to come on the channel. Let me jump into the Crypto Pro group and see who's in here. We did have a very good message that was posted from Aviad, who was letting us know that he is okay, he's safe. Shout out to Aviad.
Yay!
Okay, for always keeping us posted, and prayers for him and his family and everybody who lives in Israel and the West Bank. I have friends who are Israeli. I have friends who are Palestinians. I have friends all over the world, and I just hope that the fighting stops. We need all that nonsense to stop. We need peace in the Middle East, and we want everyone to just get along. Why can't everyone just get along? Like Rodney King said back during the riots. Y'all remember that back in the 90s after the riots in L.A.? Do you remember that? I can't believe this. So we're sitting at 9.6 cents on Caspa. It's going straight up. 24-hour trading volume is amazing. And I used to think $1 to $2 in the bull run, but I tell you what, I think 5 to 10 is possible, and it could go beyond that. My outlandish prediction for Caspa is $100. Is $100. Yeah, I said that, $100. Maybe not in this bull market, but maybe in the next one. If we hit 5 to 10 in the next bull run, I'm telling you what, I'm going to have to unload and sell it and then wait for the market to cool down and come back down, and I'll buy it again. But this is the best thing that has ever happened to me. Okay. I've had some gains in my time. I've had some 2,000% gains on swing trades. I mean, I've had some big ones, but this is the biggest, baddest one I have ever bought, and I'm still buying. I'm telling my son, every time you get paid on your paycheck, and Christian, I hope you're watching. He better be watching. He is at the University of Missouri at my alma mater. He is in aerospace, mechanical and aerospace engineering. He's going to be a rocket scientist. I am a civil engineer. Christian, of my 4 kids, he is the one that is the youngest, and he is in control of my bags, and he is my backup plan. So if something happens to me, Christian controls all of the bags for the Crypto Pro family, for my kids and my grandkids. So anyway, that's Caspa. Enough about that. Let's jump back to the comments and see what's up. Let's get some background music while I read the comments. Some nice background music. Okay. Justin Gentry says, missed the BTC update. I think BTC is going to possibly hit 40,000 and then we'll correct. I think we're going to correct down and then continue up. I will say this before I read the rest of the comments. I am skeptical of all of the folks that were saying Bitcoin was going to correct back down to 10,000, to 10K. I was believing those stories, and now I no longer am. I think we're done with that. I think this was your low right here. The low was 14,000. I don't think we're going to go back to that. We might we might get lucky to come back down to the black dash line. You see it here. But I don't see any evidence for going back down and even testing the red dash line. If we get to the red dash line, maybe we can come back down to 14,000. But it would take world calamity. It would take one humongous black swan event for us to jump back down to the red dash line. And I don't see the 10K. Gareth Soloway, much respect to Gareth Soloway, but I think we are beyond that. It's been too long. I think that the time for that is up. I think that we're in the up cycle now. I think the bull cycle has started. And looking at the positioning, let's look at the 1 month chart. Looking at the 1 month chart of Bitcoin, you can see here that there might be a chance for a correction. This chart doesn't look good, actually. Wow. The 1 month chart kind of tells us that if we're already here at overbought, and we're about to correct, and we've bounced our head off of the 0.382 Fibonacci, we could come down to the golden retrace, the 618, which is at the purple dash line. So 23,000 could be the extent of a correction. I don't see us coming all the way down to here. But we are going to have to see a correction. Now, we might not go all the way back down to oversold. Okay, we hit oversold. This was the bear market right there. Now, the stochastic bottom previously on Bitcoin was February 2019. At 2018, we sailed down. 2019 was the last time that we were in oversold territory. And after that, we never dipped back down. We hit the bull run and we came back down. Here's our bear market. There's the depths of the bear market. We sailed on out of that. We're probably not going to double down and hit that again. We may go halfway down and then we pull up from there and hit the next bull run. That's what I'm thinking is going to go on with Bitcoin. All right, back to the comments. Let's see what you people are saying. All right, the KDA miner is doing pretty good for me. ICV. I'm producing maybe 8 or 9 KDA a month. And it's going to take a while. It's going to take the price of KDA going back to $2 for me to get my money's worth on my miner. Maybe $3. Because I'm thinking I've mined, I will have mined about 100 KDA with the miner, and I paid $300 for it. And so after it pays itself off, I'm in the green and I'll just sit on it. I don't need to sell my KDA. I've got like maybe 225 KDA or 245 KDA at the moment. So anything and everything that one miner gives me at this point is gravy. I might add another miner. I might not. And so we'll have to see about that. You are welcome, Jay, for the recap. Oh man, let me cut the music. Because we got some VIPs up in the house. We got superstar money in the house.
Yay!
The superstars are in the house, okay? I don't know if it's Rob or Joe or both, but whatever the case, we got the VIPs in the house from the VV team and Cryptoys. Glad they are checking in. And I depend on superstar money because I ain't paying attention to the VV items and the drops much. I pretty much depend on superstar money. I depend on OG Vault.
Yay!
We were talking about OG Vault earlier. Someone had asked my opinion about the VV team blocking him on the Discord. And what I said about that is that the VV team needs to grow thick skin. That's weak. That is very weak. That they would have to block him. That's just dumb. OG Vault has brought a lot of value to the VV community, and he's still bringing value. People are still watching his live streams. Even though he'll throw a live stream up and he'll say, VV scam live stream, and he'll troll him, right? But while he's calling VV a scam, people are tuning in and they're buying the stuff. So it's just stupid that the VV team would say, oh, OG Vault is calling us a scam. We're going to block him from the Discord. Man, y'all are weak. The VV team is weak.
Yay!
And I tell you what, the VV team should be sending him a cheap, garbage, plastic VV sign.
Woo!
Because he is still bringing an audience to their market, even though they make dumb decisions all the time. Okay. Superstar Money says, Carlton has been covering Caspa forever. Yes, I have. Yes, sir. And yeah, it's been going bananas, and I'm not selling into the pump. I'm too scared. I would love to sell into that pump, but it just keeps going up. It keeps going up. And so it's too risky for me at this point, because I know that it's going to hit $2 to $5 in the bull run. And if I get stuck and it keeps on going up and I ended up having to buy at a higher price, I'm going to feel stupid. And I ain't trying to take chances and feel like the dumb, stupid guy that sold too early on Caspa. I'm not going to do it. I sound like Barack Obama. I'm going to have to go Obama on you. I will not be the stupid guy that sells into the run on Caspa only to be left high and dry with the inability to buy back in at a low point. So I'm going to sit on it. I am very tempted to swing trade it, but I can't do it. So if anything, I've got 102,000. I could swing trade a couple thousand of it, maybe sell a couple thousand and then buy it back if it corrects. But right now I'm scared to do it, so I'm not going to do it. Not selling it at this point. Caspa is a very fantastic project, very tremendous team, very tremendous folks. They're some of the best, simply some of the best folks. The chart is going crazy. It's going ballistic, going straight up into the air, straight to the moon, not coming back down. Straight to the moon, okay? Let's see. Yeah, man, I got my superstars. I got Roland. I got Dr. Strange, OG Vault. We got the whole VV team. JT, the OG.
Yay!
Y'all know that JT was the guy that got me involved. It was him and Adam, and I need to get Adam back in here. JT, we're going to have to drum up Adam and see what he's doing. That is our wild and crazy guy from the UK. Adam is a hot dogger. This guy, he is a nut. I mean, he was a VV whale long before I was. I remember when he had 300 items, when I only had like maybe 100, 125, and he sold out smartly. I held on, and now I've got like 1,000 items. I've got like 1,050 comics, praying and hoping that the VV NFT market comes back in the next bull run. Praying and hoping. Okay, so thank you very much, Superstar Money. I appreciate that. I've been working on the Obama impersonation for many years now. My son, who goes to school at Mizzou, his roommate calls me Obama. So his roommate, who is Mexican. He's a Mexican, one of the best, one of the greatest Mexicans. He's a Mexican American, but he's here legally. He didn't come in illegally. He was born and raised in the United States. One of the most tremendous Mexican friends that I have. But he called me Obama when he first met me because he says I look and sound like Obama, and I've had a lot of people tell me that. I've also had people tell me that I look like a certain character from Breaking Bad. Okay, so my master collector status. Let me pull up VV and I will show you what my status is. And it's so funny. I've got all of these big fat numbers, and I don't think it means anything. I think it means, if anything, I'm the knucklehead who bought into all of this hype for nothing. All right, so right now my profile is not. What's wrong with? I'm terrible. Why won't it come up? Okay, here it is. Maybe the VV team is blocking me. I'm gonna be the next one to get blocked by VV. The Crypto Pro is the newest VV troll. All right, so I'm MCP level 60. I'm a master collector. I got $1,125,228.56 of MCP points, of worthless MCP points. Full sets 54, comics 1,054, 910 collectibles, profile likes 345, 576 followers. Okay, I've got a few club bangers in here in the VV market. I FOMO'd and bought the dadgum, what is it? This dude right here. I bought a Ghost Rider. I should have bought it at $49. I bought one at 65 because it zoomed out of nowhere to 65, and I just woke up one morning and bought it because I thought it was cool. I didn't buy it with money, though. I only bought it with gains. I'm not putting any money into this thing. Slap me if I ever tell you that I'm putting money into this VV market, okay? I don't want to put any money into this thing until we are completely sure that we're in a bull market for VV, for the VV NFT items. Okay, jumping back to the comments. He doesn't have a blue sign either. No, he doesn't. Yeah, the VV folks, man, they're whack, man. They're whack. They're soft. They're soft as Charmin, man. We need to send them a pack of Charmin. Okay, VV team, your super pack of Charmin is in the mail because you guys are super soft and you have thin skin. Let's see. I think I might be in the top 1%. I might be in the top 1%, but that's in the top 1% of nothing. The top 1% of fools who bought in and held on to this stuff. I'm terrible. I just hope the VV doesn't completely go to the toilet. Please, VV, don't go into the toilet. Don't do anything stupid and ruin everything. Okay. Do you think Bitcoin and ETH ETFs will go through? Yes, I do. BTC ETF will absolutely go through, and there's a strong chance that Ethereum ETF will go through. I have hopes that one day BlackRock and the rest of those folks, the big institutional investors, are going to discover Caspa. And when they do, you better watch out because Caspa is going to absolutely melt faces. Simon, are you still on? All right, so the VVverse, dude, I watched part of your video. I don't know. I got to watch you guys' videos because I was watching one and then I got to finish watching the other when I go to the shop to work tonight so I can have an idea. And I'm dependent on you guys for that opinion, and I'm following you 100% on that. So if you're bullish on the VVverse, I'm bullish on the VVverse. I trust in the superstars. I put my trust in the superstar team to keep me abreast of that, along with the rest of our team of VV enthusiasts. even though we all like to troll VV and the dumb things that they do. Hopefully they're just smart enough to not ruin it. Hopefully they're smart enough not to ruin it all. We don't want them to ruin it all. Please don't ruin it all. They've done some stupid things, some very dumb things in the past. They've been very sanctimonious. We've got our desanctimonious VV team that needs Charmin. They're so soft, they've got thin skin, very thin skin. Some of the thinnest skin that we've seen out there. We haven't met a lot of people that have thinner skin than the VV team. They're very thin indeed. They're soft. They're very soft, but we hope that they don't ruin it. All right, let me jump back to the charts and see if there's anything that I left out. And if there's something that you want me to pull up, I will do so. Taraxa is one that some people are bullish on that I looked at. I was considering Taraxa back at 0.001. I would have bought in at that point, and I missed that, and now I think I've missed the boat. If Taraxa corrects back to this 200 EMA, I'll buy a bag. All right. If we can come back down to about 0.003, I'll jump in. I'll get a bag. Taraxa is the copycat of Caspa, and it is proof of stake, not proof of work. But it might be a legit team. It might be a legit team. If you know about Taraxa and you're bullish, let me know. All I know is it is the fake Caspa. But I'm good for it. I'm good for it if it can bag me 50x or 100x. Like Caspa, where I'm sitting at, let me do the math. Caspa right now is at a price of approximately 9.6 cents. So let's just do a little math. I'll pull out my calculator. Actually, I'll use the one on the computer. All right, let's do some Caspa math. 9.6 divided by my entry price of 0.004 is 2,400. That's percent. Okay, here's what I need to do. I need to say $9,600 divided by $400, and that's 24x. So I'm at a 24x on Caspa. If Caspa hits $2 in the bull market, I'll have $200,000 in my account. And for that $400 investment, I'll be sitting at a 500x. If Caspa hits $5 during the bull market, I will have $500,000 in my account. For my $400, I'll be sitting at a 1,250 freaking X.
Yay!
And I'll be going straight to the bank. Straight to the bank. And then I'm going to cash out and put that money into real estate. And do some other things. I might go down to Florida to my favorite spot. Hit Daytona Beach, go surfing with the kids, and have a good old time. So anyway, back to Taraxa. Taraxa has a nice chart. I need it to come down off of this all-time high. It is nice that it is above the previous high as far as the candle close on the one-day chart. It is not at the all-time high, but that was a wick at 0.0145. Is that Taraxa? Yeah, so 0.01, not too bad. Get it back down here below a half a cent. I'll buy back in. I'll buy in for the first time, rather. Okay. Is there anything else that you guys want me to look at? Because I'm going to wrap up in 5 minutes. Oh, Veracity. Okay, yeah, JT, we were talking about Veracity, yeah. Veracity, number one, look at the Veracity volume. VRA is number 343. And it has a freaking trading volume of freaking 54 million.
Yay!
That's not bad, okay? We got a big max supply. I mean, it's 100 million, or is that 100 billion? Million, billion, 100 billion, that's a lot. But at least, and the circulating supply is 10 billion? That's dangerous. That's a little dangerous. And we need to know from the team what their plans are. If they plan on dumping into the circulating supply. If they tap that max supply, it could tank the price. If they hold strong, it could really move up. Let's look at the chart. So keep in mind that it's dangerous what Veracity could do if they decide on pouring into that total supply. So we're sitting at a current price of 0.007, coming off of 0.004. That's not bad. Stochastic is pretty high. It's still looking like it wants to go up a little bit. But I would swing trade it. I'll swing trade it. Let's look at the 1 week chart. So on the 1 week chart, coming off of previous highs, and this is only valid if they keep that 10 billion. Okay. So coming off of that point, if we come from where we are right now and jump up to the previous high, you're looking at a 1,500% gain. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's gain. You can make a little money swing trading it, but I'm not going to bet the farm on Veracity. I kind of like Velo better. Let's go back to that Velo chart. VELO at 0.003, and look at that. Would you just look at that? If we go up to the previous high, you're looking at a, good God, 80,000% gain. Yeah, I need to jump on Velo. Let's jump to the Velo and check the tokenomics out compared to Veracity. So, oops. VELO. All right, Velo, number 694. Look at that, guys. Nice trading volume at 12 million, okay? And we're looking at a total supply of 23 billion and circulating 7 billion, so there's not as much that they could dump into. They could tap into that, but it looks like you got a better chance of making some massive gains on Velo. So I'm keeping Velo in my back pocket for that very reason. Let me look here and see if there's anything else that I left out that is on my charts. Let's look at the charts, people. We're going to look at these charts, see if there's any dark horses. I tell you what, this DHP is kind of neat. It's at 0.0017. DHP, dark horse. I don't know if it'll make it, but it's on my research group list. It has a max supply of 2 billion and a total supply of 2 billion, which I like. I like that. I like that. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. The volume is low. It's relatively kind of not heard of, but it's in the medical world. D-Health is talking about putting medical documents on the blockchain, and I like that. I like that idea. So this is the website, slick website. Putting medical documents on the blockchain. Tokenomics looks pretty good, but I don't know. It may or may not survive. It could be a scam. I don't know, but I might gamble on it. So DHP is a dark horse. We talked about Polylastic. We talked about Swiftcoin. We talked about Well. We talked about Telcoin, which has just gone bananas. I'm mad, man, because I could have, look at the gain that Telcoin would have had if you would have been down here at the dirty, dirty bottom. You would have been sitting on a 185% gain, okay, from this bottom that we just saw this thing go on a very, very nice romp. We talked about Gala. We talked about GMEE. Me and JT were talking about GMEE earlier because it's gone up 5x in the last week or two. It did this, and I'm mad because I had sold my GMEE just after I got hacked, and it's gone up 940% since then. This is a 10x, man. A 10x. This thing is going to need to correct hard before I'll jump back in it. And if it does, if it comes back down to earth, let's look at the 1 week chart. It's definitely bullish because it's broken the 50 EMA. If it could come back down here at least halfway, I might jump on it and get it again. Let's start some background music here as we get ready to end the stream. This is your last chance. Last call for alcohol. If there is a project that you would like me to pull up, speak now or forever hold your peace. We had 96 views. There are 9 people left. Chat revenue at $5. We do thank my great supporter, South97, no for the $5 super chat.
Yay!
I do appreciate you. And of course, as always, I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe. Oops, that was a laugh. Okay, Joy. I will pull up Joy. Joy Stream is a good one. We might have missed the boat on it. Let's pull up Joy. There is Joy Stream on MEXC. we really should have had Joy back when it was at 0.002. Okay? And it's in play right now. It's at 3 cents. And it's going to correct. It's probably going to come back to the 50 EMA. It might be something to buy. If it comes back to 2 cents, you know, I might ride it up. But I missed the boat on this. You know, when you buy Caspa at 0.004 and it's sitting at, you know, a 24x gain, it's kind of hard to buy something after the fact. But I'll be good for a swing trade. If you can get this to cycle all the way back down to the bottom before the bull market, and you get it down here to 2 cents or 1.3 cents, I'll jump onto the Joy stream. I'll ride it. I will ride the Joy stream. Okay. Anyway, people, we're going to have to close it out right now, but I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Pro channel. And I thank you for your continued support. And if you would like to help me to defray these rising costs of the channel, you may do so with the giving of a super thanks. That is all I've got. And until next time, the Crypto Pro is out. We'll see ya.